Finally, a positive post-game, Mets fans. The New York Mets defeat the Seattle Mariners 3-1 on the back of their phenom rookie, Nolan McLean. 5 1/3, 8 strikeouts. He had a bit of a walk issue, gave up 4, only 2 hits allowed over 5 1/3 as he showed utter dominance. The exciting part was it wasn't the fastball was his crazy put away. It was his 4 breaking balls. And yes, we saw the sweeper in full effect. And a nice thing that most players don't come up into the major leagues ready to do is to throw those breaking pitches for strikes, which he did consistently today. Now, I'm not going to get crazy overloaded because it is the first time he's putting any type of tape out there for major league hitters to see. I'm sure they will adjust and he'll have to adjust again. But one point that was made by Ron Darling during the game today was how much Nolan McLean's fastball has ride to it. It's almost like a two-seamer. We see it. He's sitting 95, 96. We've seen him touch 99 in the minor leagues, but he seems to be sitting 95, 96. And it's got that tail that goes into right-handed hitters followed by that sweeper. And we saw him. Another good thing is against lefties, that sweeper backdooring it on the outside corner played dividends for him. Now to the other folks in on this team. You know, there's the top of the lineup did what they had to do. Francisco Lindor, 2 for 4. Soto, 1 for 3. Nimmo, 2 for 4. Alonso, 1 for 4. McNeil, 1 for 4. And Alvarez had a hit as well. Cedric Mullins continues to be a little bit of a disappointment down there in the bottom of the lineup. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Mauricio cannot solve that high fastball. The word is out on Ronnie Mauricio in the league. He can't catch up to that high fastball, and he's also not disciplined when it comes to those high strikes. He swung at a couple balls above his head, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Brett Baty, though, at the bottom of the lineup, continues to produce, had that big double late, a big single late, stole second base, was able to get that insurance run. He went 2 for 3 today with a strikeout as well, but with 2 runs, which was huge for this team. We go along the pitching staff. I mean, you can't ask for much more. Diaz, they gone in a two inning save. He did give up the 1 home run, but did get most of the outs. I mean, 2 innings, 1 earned run, and Gregory Soto came in 1 1/3 and was lights out. Didn't give up a hit, didn't give up a walk. 2 strikeouts, and he came in with a man on first base in the 5th and was lights out. So maybe that's the game plan going forward. If you feel you have a reliever like Mendoza does, supposedly this great bullpen in the back, maybe that's what you do. You ride these guys out more than an inning. And I will say this. I brought it up yesterday. I do believe that baseball is juicing these balls. Can't explain it. How does every team in Major League Baseball yesterday put up 20 runs and now today no one can hit? And we also go to the scores around the league. Last I checked, the Reds were down 1-0 to Milwaukee, which is a positive. I'm sitting here right now, and I'm not going to worry one bit about what the Phillies are doing. Because right now, we're not in that division race. They've taken off from us. So right now, it's about securing a wild card and probably going the similar route to what we did last year. Now, I know we have 39 games left, but 39 games, 5-6 game lead. Philly doesn't seem to be slowing down. So that's something that probably I'm not going to be looking forward to. But you got to give it up to the Mets. They battled. Wu did end up going 6 innings. He had a couple of innings where I feel like the Mets had him on the ropes for those 8 Ks. His ERA sits at a 3.02. We all know how good Seattle is. That's why you also got to give credit where credit's due. They have the rally. You have Josh Naylor back in there today, 0 for 4 with 1 K. Eugenio Suarez, who, let's be honest, since Seattle's picked him up, has been an absolute disappointment. He did, he had the 1 RBI today, 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts, though. You go up and down these lineups, and it all starts with Francisco Lindor. We've been saying it forever. He has the 2 hits today, the big RBI, Soto with the big RBI sac fly, and then you also had Pete Alonso. We finally got some timely hitting, something that we haven't gotten all year. And yes, it's only 1 in a row, but tomorrow we get to the Little League World Series, whatever Williamsport where they're going to play. I will say this, that tomorrow's game for me is a must win. And I know a lot of people are going to say, Ray, it's an overreaction. It's only August. I don't care. It is a must win tomorrow. Seattle's a solid team. You get a little momentum. You finally win a series after losing, 13 of 15, one over our last 10 we've won. They just got to keep winning. And there's no excuses. Nolan McLean, I don't expect every time in and out to go 5 1/3 and not give up anything. He's going to start giving up runs. That's just, the law of averages. Hopefully, early on, as teams haven't seen him the first time through around the league, he can get away with a lot of stuff. He got away with a couple breaking balls in the zone today that I thought could have kind of gone out, but, gotten hit, but I'm not going to complain about it. And yes, I dubbed the name first the second he got called up. Nolan Lightning McQueen. Yes, right from the race car movie, that cartoon movie. It's the first thing I thought of, and I put it out there on X for people to see. So Nolan McLean gets the job done in front of a packed house. And I think that's something we could also take away from this. And I said it in my earlier video today. Is he going to come out throwing 95, 96? Or is he going to come out throwing 98, 99, and he's not controllable? And Keith Hernandez brought it up today. Cool, calm, and collected. It didn't seem like anything was really phasing him. It was a job out there. And even when he made that crazy play behind the back, it was like, still, he's trying not to crack a smile. Maybe too stoic, but, nonetheless, he looked really good out there. Looked more polished than I thought he would. And maybe that's the plus that you get for keeping these guys down there just a little longer. A lot of people, I saw Daniel McCartan from WFAN tweet out there earlier today, well, the Mets were keeping this down all season long, yada, yada. There's no guarantee if you bring him up early, he's as polished as he is now. A big thing that the Mets talked about, and they even talked about it during the broadcast today, was how the Mets were trying to get him to have a repeated delivery, because that's something that he struggled with last year. And so far, it's one start. It paid dividends. We'll see what happens in start number 2. But finally, it's like maybe this is the juice the Mets needed. Maybe they finally got somebody who went beyond the 4th inning. And it's not even like in the 4th inning we had a ton of worry, which is something that I was excited about as well. But now I'm going to get to some of your guys' comments. Be sure to finally give us a like for the win. I appreciate you guys all being here. Let's get to some of these. Bruce, of course, 1 in a row. Yay. I mean, what's funny? We say 1 in a row being sarcastic. It is 1 in a row because we never win. We've always found ways to lose. And even though Diaz gave up that home run late, I was very confident. He's one of the only guys I have supreme confidence back in there. Send Mauricio down and bring Jet up, says Frank. I don't know. Jet just got promoted to AAA. They're going to do the same thing they do to everybody else. They're going to make them sit down there. They're going to make them learn and do all that stuff and do the proper thing. It's not the Mets of old ages. They're not going to bring these kids up before they think that they're supposed to. What a performance by McLean. And that's what excited me the most. Everybody nowadays throws 98, 99, but it doesn't matter if it's straight and you can't control it, a la Ryan Helsley out of the pen for the Mets. What he does is every pitch moves. His fastball moves a few inches. We went over it earlier today. His slider / sweeper breaks anywhere between 13 to 16 inches on average. That is crazy to think about. Paul says, about time the Mets sent a kid to do what a man's job. But you know what? It's not like the Mets haven't brought up any of the guys. They got Mauricio here. They got the Beatties here. They brought up the Acuñas. Now, you want to say pitching-wise, sure. But the kids haven't gotten it done. And I think the Mets they have to give a long run to Brett Beatty. He's got to. Lizette, appreciate you checking in over on Facebook. Yay, let's go Mets. Chris, let's effing go Mets. McLean stops the effing bleeding. Let's effing go. I'll tell you this. To think that you got to bring up a kid here to be the stopper. I mean, if he would have got tanked today, it would have been all hell for the fan base. Let's be real. But, also another thing. The Mets manipulated service time. It is what it is. I complained about it here. We got to put it in the past and look forward. The Mets gain a full year of control of McLean, making him a free agent after his age 31 season now. Or going into his 31 season. That's Met Clean. Bruce, Met Clean. Not bad, not clean. I like Lightning McQueen a little better, but I get it. Robert says, awesome. John McLean. Oh my God, we needed it. Everybody's trying to, Mr. Clean, we'll call him, you know? Ray, what's going on? Big win today. Let's go, Mets. It's our time to go on a run. Let's hope. Let's freaking hope. Andre, worry about home tomorrow. I agree, man. We all do. What are the odds against a great lineup like the Mariners have? He's going to do anything crazy, you know? McLean pitching in back-to-back games, please, Dola. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be nice? But they're going to give him his full rest and duly earned. Let's be real. Robert says, awesome job, McLean. Oh, my God. We needed it. Let's go, Mets. Absolutely. We'll get to a couple more. Holy spin rate Batman. Yep, that's something that we've been talking about on this channel. His spin rate is 100 RPMs higher than a guy like Charlie Morton, who widely throws the best curveball in sports. Hey, Matthew says, hey, Steve, the stadium was swaying back and forth with energy. You felt it through the TV, Matthew. I'll give you that 100%. Thomas says Sproat next. Sproat will be getting called up. I think there's a chance he might be that extra pitcher called up in September 1st, a couple weeks away. I think he's ready. I think the Mets think that he's ready. He's got to be pretty damn close. Klub says, great win. Chris, Mets made that ball dance. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get to one or two more. We'll close it off with this. Bruce, 32 RPM spins. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But that's all I got for you guys today. A positive post game. Be sure to give us that thumbs up. Consider becoming a member of the show to get your comments and questions read on all of our lives. As always, let's go Mets and let's get this damn series win tomorrow. Peace.